Bill in his 7th season in Northeastern. And, you know, we always have a very smiley, genial Bill Coen, but Charlie, isn't he smiling a little more when you have 2 senior guards returning, 4 starters returning? Is that a little more fun to see you at Media Day this year, Bill?
Well, you know, I am very happy about my 4 returning starters, but I am anxiously awaiting the arrival of our newcomers as well.
Well, that's an interesting question because the newcomers are always tough to blend in. How did your trip to Canada help you with this?
Well, those trips can be tremendous. I mean, first and foremost, I think you're going there to build your team chemistry more than anything. The guys get a little bit closer, that your care factor gets a little bit greater, the guys get a better appreciation for one another. And I think that trip definitely accomplished that. We came out of there feeling as a much tighter unit than before we left. But then we played some great competition. Right. We got advantage to practice and had tremendous cultural exchange. Our kids had a chance to see different places in the world that maybe ordinarily they wouldn't have that opportunity. So I think we were 3 for 3 on the foreign tour.
Let's talk about those senior guards, Jonathan Lee and Joel Smith, and what a comfort that must be to have 2 seniors kind of running the show in the backcourt.
Well, you know, I think John and Joel are just really tremendous stories. I was looking back at their career stats. I think John averaged 4 minutes a game as a freshman, and Joel averaged 7 minutes a game as a freshman. I think they both averaged about a point a game. But during that critical summer, in between their freshman and sophomore year, they really dedicated themselves to being players, and that, I think that just speaks to their character. They've been tremendous ambassadors for our program. They've really exemplified hard work and character. They're great, highly respected on campus and in the community, so I couldn't be prouder of those 2 guys.
I look at your front court, and the guy that just came on so strong last year, Quincy Ford, I just think he's a great player. I'm just interested in how he's going to fit in with all these guys this year.
You can't help but get excited when you mention Quincy Ford. He's a 6'8", wing player who can play multiple positions and certainly guard multiple positions. I think he led us in steals and blocks and right up there in rebounds. He's a 3-point threat. I think he's improved his ability to take people off the dribble and create shots for himself. So he gets better each and every day, and he adds something to his arsenal. It's going to be fun to watch him develop not only this year but in years to come.
I think he plays with one of the highest motors in this league too.
Yeah, he's just you know, he comes in every day with enthusiasm. So you know, we're just so happy to have him in our program.
When he becomes one of the CAA All-Rookie Team members, things like that, are those great impetuses for a young man to really understand now that there are expectations on him and people do recognize what type of talent he is?
Well, I think that's one of the things that one of our challenges is to get him to understand that teams are going to game plan against him, that you know, he has to make sure that he keeps his energy level up and keeps evolving throughout the year, because he's going to be more of a focal point for opposing teams.
Are there any newcomers other than the ones we've talked about that will help your program this year?
Well, I think we basically 2 elements. We have guys that have been in our program, and I was very pleased with all those guys, whether it's Dinko Marshavelsky or Marco Benegas Flores, Demetrius Pollard. All those guys are in our program and have gone through that summer where they're really making the decision to be good players. And then we have a group of 4 freshmen that are coming in, and I think they all got a chance to be good players and showed some positive things in Canada. So it's going to be interesting to see who emerges in our early preseason competition.
Yeah. You know, Bill, we can't overlook another sophomore that you've got, even though Quincy got a lot of the headlines. Reggie Sanders did a great job for you, led the team in rebounding. There's another a sophomore now who can also be looked forward to maybe taking another step for you.
Yeah, I think when you look at Reggie Spencer and you look at Quincy Ford, they had tremendously different freshman years than John and Joel. But they too have had that sophomore summer where they got a taste of it. They got a taste of the competition in CAA. They have increased focus and dedication, and Reggie's just one of those players that gives maximum effort on every play, and you love to coach a player like that.
Marshavelsky, if he gets back in playing form after his injury last year, I think he could be a big help to you too.
Well, you know, he's the tallest player on our team.
Right.
He's 6'11", 250. You know, he's got great offensive touch around the basket, so we're hoping that he can give us that presence in the middle that you need against, you know, the type of competition that you'll face in this conference.
You know, Charlie, we have a man who plays a lot of games, obviously, in Matthews Arena, which also doubles as a hockey arena. So he goes to Canada for the summer. Now you're going to Alaska for November for the Great Alaska Shootout.
No doubt. It's just a bucket list type thing, you know. But in all seriousness, it's a tremendous tournament. It's the longest standing in-season tournament, and they get a tremendous following, about 5,000 people at the games, and the games really mean something. There's a great environment. The hospitality is off the charts, and we're looking forward to spending Thanksgiving in Alaska.
I was going to say, you must like cold weather.
We don't mind it. We're from Boston.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Bill, good luck this season. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Bill Coen, the head men's basketball coach at Northeastern University.